Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well, getting ready to go back to normality, shall we say, perhaps not, work at the end of the summer. I've still got a few days vacation left, making the most of that. I thought I'd just round up a few odds and ends that I bought from Chanel in the last month or so, which I haven't shown you or talked about. They don't all fall into one category. As you know, I invested, in inverted commas, very heavily in the fall collection so far as the nail polishes are concerned, because I bought all 12 of them. I've only actually worn one of them, which I've shown. I'll probably say a bit more about that collection when I've got through September and worn a few more of those nude nail polishes. There were, of course, also a number, I don't know if it is 12, probably is, certainly 8 or so Rouge Allure lipsticks. When I say to match, not exact matches of the shades, or not said to be, but said to be a nude for every skin tone. And there are loads of videos out there on YouTube showing you more or less the full range. Some people have bought, I think people buy in more heavily to the lipsticks than the nail polishes by and large. I watched loads of those videos. I initially said I wasn't going to buy any of the Rouge Allure. I do like the formula. I've got quite a few. I never get through lipsticks. I've got loads and loads and loads. But of course, I wanted to buy something from the fall collection. And I ended up getting 2. I ended up, having watched all these videos, getting the very lightest nude, which, to be honest, would have been my inclination before I actually watched any of them, and that is called Simplicité, and I would describe as a pinkish nude. There we go. Again, showing a little darker in the viewfinder than real life, and you can see when I swatch it, it comes across as a kind of, I'd call that kind of salmony pink, really. On my lips, it really doesn't show very much. It just looks shiny. It's very comfortable. It's very pretty. They don't have any smell anymore, which is a departure, I think, for Chanel. I can't remember noticing when they removed the fragrance from the lipsticks, because they used to be quite heavily fragranced. So I'll definitely wear that because it's very wearable, especially for work. But I'm not sure it's worth £35, either by virtue of the shade or the formulation. I mean, I like the Rouge Allure. They're very wearable because they kind of wear off evenly, but they don't have a long wear life, as it were, you know. I don't even have to eat or drink something. I mean, just basically talking and going about my life, they disappear within half an hour or so, unless they're a very bright colour. The other one I bought was, I think, the next shade along, or 2 shades along, called Ademimo. And I bought this really because it looked pretty and different on some of the videos that I watched. Maybe I should show both of them together. I mean, actually, when you see them together, there's plainly a difference. And this is more of a colour, looking at it in the bullet, I'm not sure I would go for, because it reminds me a bit of the 90s, when there were a lot of what I call dead girl brown shades that we all wore. You can see when it goes on, again, it's more kind of rosy. It's what I'd call a rosewood, which is a very wearable nude again. And I've worn this and I like it. I don't think it looks as pretty on me as it did on some of the people I saw. I think this is the problem with nudes. You're very dependent on your base lip colour underneath. And I need something a bit more brightening now that I'm older. But, you know, I will wear it. Very wearable, not overwhelmed. I am denied about the new mascara, the Noir Allure mascara in black, only black at the moment. Is this a bit of a gimmick? They're now packaging it like the Rouge Allure lipsticks. So it's this pop-up, which feels counterintuitive. A very ordinary looking wand, quite a fine spiky wand. Now, you know that I'm a fan of Le Volume, the non-waterproof version, believe it or not. You see, I was twisting round. So counterintuitive for a mascara. And I've never found anything really as good as that. And it's still my favourite. And it's still my favourite after using this. This does work for me. I have been wearing it, and in quite challenging conditions because it's been very hot. It works in the sense that it doesn't give me panda eyes, which is the main problem I have with nearly all mascaras, because I have quite long lashes and crepey, slightly droopy eyelids now, and so my eyelashes kind of touch the skin above my eye over several hours wear and often give me terrible, terrible panda eyes. And I found Le Volume is the only one that doesn't do that. It's quite a tacky formula. It also has a kind of bigger brush than this. I don't need a huge amount of definition. And I know that people who do don't like Le Volume for some reason. I think perhaps it's too cakey on finer lashes. This one isn't. It gives a much finer look. So it's, to me, less obvious that I'm wearing mascara. But definitely gives you a bit extra length. And it wears well. So it's a good mascara. I do think mascara is terribly personal, and what suits one person doesn't necessarily suit somebody else. Quite a while ago, I bought the Camellia. Is it Camellia? Yeah, L'Huile Camellia in this kind of tube nail conditioner. I keep forgetting to use it. Doesn't really feel like an oil. Feels more like a gel when you apply it. I thought it would go nicely in my handbag. Ridiculously overpriced. Haven't noticed any great change in the condition of my nails, but then I often forget to use it. If you're a nail enthusiast, you might be keen. Not really a lot more I can say about that, other than it smells very nice, and a lot of nail products don't. It's got a kind of fresh florally smell, not actually the typically Chanel fragrance, if you know what I mean. Now, this was a big purchase in terms of price. The Siblingage UV Protection SPF 50. And I am denied about this because it's ridiculously expensive. Is it 70 or even £90? I can't even remember. The shock was so much it's kind of blotted from my mind. But either way, a ridiculous amount of money you might think to pay for some protection. The kind of USP, as in addition to having UVA and UVB, which a lot of so-called SPFs don't, this is supposed to give you not only high protection, but the skin treatment benefits of Siblingage. And I am a fan of the foundation, as you know. I haven't really used the skincare other than in the free samples that I've been given. It's their premium range for the older, more knackered skin. And it's really expensive, and I object that most of it comes in jars rather than hygienic pump action or tubes. This, however, comes in a tube, so I'm glad to see that. Again, they tell you how much there is, and how much there is 30ml. And that's, as you can see, not much when you put it next to a lipstick. That's how tiny the tube is. Bear in mind, this is all capped down here. So it's basically the size of your lipstick. Do I like it? Yeah, it feels very nice on the skin. Doesn't give you any of that white shading that cheaper, in fact, many SPFs do. it's a treat. Yeah, I don't say rush out and buy that. If you have the money, and God knows most of us won't have to be paid off fuel bills this autumn, and you want to invest in a luxury protective cream, and I'm, very much an advocate of wearing a relatively high SPF all year, actually, but certainly with the ridiculous weather we've been having recently, an SPF 50 is definitely one level that you need in your arsenal. Whether you need to pay this amount, getting the benefits of some skincare as well, rather than just layering it over your existing skincare, I think it's very much open to debate. But I do like the product, and I'm certainly enjoying using it. So there we go. Not my rave reviews for any of these products. The only reason not for a rave review on this one is the price. It's a really nice product. And the mascara, the only reason not for a rave review is I don't love it as much as La Volume, but I do like it, and I'm pretty picky about mascaras. I'm also on the fence, obviously, about the packaging, which seems to me maybe a bit gimmicky, and I'm not sure whether it will mean that the mascara goes bad quicker than usual, which would be a problem for me because I have several on the go, and I don't throw them out as early as you're supposed to. So there we go. I hope you're all doing well. Let me know if you've bought any interesting products, Chanel or otherwise, recently in the comments below. A tick if you've enjoyed this video or even got to the end of it in one piece is always very welcome, and I shall speak to you again soon. Bye for now.